In this System.io lesson, I'm going to show you how to edit your funnel to look good on mobile devices. First thing to do is open up your funnel and go into the first page you want to edit. You'll see your funnel normally as is for desktop version, but you'll notice up here on the top, there's a mobile button. If you click on that, it's going to show your funnel as you would see on a mobile device. This little viewer here is its best guess. It's not 100% what you'll see on a mobile device. So at the end, I do recommend you open your page on an actual phone and just double check it doesn't need any further tweaking, but this is very close to what people will see on a mobile device. You'll notice straight away that the fonts are too big and things are all bunched up here. That's generally how these things look when you first edit them for a mobile device. All it's going to take is a few resizings and some margins in between these different objects, and it's going to look really good with not too much effort. The first area we'll work on is this top section here, this text. Click on that. We'll work our way down the page one by one. On the left here, you'll see this whole sidebar changed, and you'll notice you're now seeing these little mobile phone icons next to certain options. That means that you're only going to edit this feature for the mobile view. When you don't see the mobile icon here, it means it's going to affect both the desktop version and a mobile version at the same time. So you want to be careful with not really changing these in this view. You really only want to change the ones that have the phone icons. Straight away by changing this font size down, it's already looking much neater. Moving on down to the logo, I'm going to click on that image there. Using this slider, you can reduce the size down for mobile view so it looks nice and tidy without taking up too much of the screen. The sizing on this one looks okay, but it does need some margins down the bottom. Scrolling on down, you'll see margin, top and bottom. Expand this so you only affect the bottom number. So I'm going to change this to 20. That's probably a little bit too far. Let's try 10. 10 looks neater. That's the way to go. Same with this one. Click on the headline, scroll on down to margins, expand that so you only see the bottom number. Add another 10 there. You'll find just by adding these little margins at the bottom, it's going to neaten up the page really quickly. Same with this one here, 10. Maybe a bit more for that one because it's a button. That's looking good already. I'm going to click save so my progress is saved as I go down. With the image here, although it looks nice and neat and bright, you can reduce this down for mobile view because it's not such an important feature of the page. You really want people reading this text as soon as possible. So you can make that closer down to maybe 200. This section here is looking pretty good, but there is a cool feature which lets you swap the image and the text around, the order in which they appear on a mobile device. If I swap back to desktop mode, you'll see that the text is sitting here on the left and the image on the right. Say you want that to swap around when you view mobile. So you see a picture and it's not all just text, text, text. To swap this text and image order around, all you need to do is select the row that goes around both items. On the left here, scroll on down until you see this tick box, reverse row columns on mobile devices, tick that. And now you'll notice that the image comes before the text. I'm going to resize this down just a little. And it's just a way to break up long sections of text. If you find it's going text, text, text down the page, an image in between is a great way to break that up. If I swap back to desktop, it hasn't affected it at all. This is still as is, but on a mobile, it's now in a different order. Scrolling on down the page, another thing you can change for mobile view is the text. This might look a little gappy on a mobile phone, taking up too much vertical space. You can adjust the line height here on the left, just a few bumps down, and it can just tighten up the text and not take up as much vertical space. This is really an individual preference, and it really depends on the font that you've chosen for the page and the size that it is, what kind of number will go over here in line height, but just have a look at it visually and see what can be tightened up to look better on a mobile device. Once you're done going down the page, you can swap back to desktop view and just make sure nothing went funky. In my experience, it's pretty good at separating the two different settings, keeping only the mobile tweaks for the mobile and everything else still looking pretty good on desktop. There's one more feature I want to show you for mobile view, and it's where you can hide a whole section. So we can start here with this top bar here. Say I didn't want this to appear on mobile view. It may be the text is too long. You can click on it here, scroll on down here on the left, and find the button where it says visible on. If you untick mobile, that's going to hide it from mobile view. And if we swap back here to desktop, You'll now notice that there's a desktop only red text here. That means this section will still show on desktop view, but will be invisible on mobile devices. You can do it for anything on the page, images, text, whole section blocks, anything that you want to remove, you can just untick for mobile and it'll show on desktop only, keeping a page a little bit shorter for a mobile phone view. And that's about all you need to do for a really nice design on mobile. I hope this lesson's been useful in getting your page looking good on any different device. You can really do a lot with just padding between items and resizing anything that's looking a little too large, and it's pretty quick to just check each page. This is a page by page thing. You will need to do it for each different funnel page that you've got in your funnels or website, but it doesn't take too long to do it right at the end when everything's looking absolutely perfect on desktop. Do it at the very last step to make sure that everything looks good on mobiles too. Don't forget to check it on a real phone as well. Thank you.